Under Jim Crow, Florida's pristine white sand beaches were strictly segregated to exclude black residents. But Black Floridians refused this erasure, fighting back with these four relentless strategies. First up, building their own sanctuaries. Legally barred from white resorts, Florida's first black millionaire bought 200 acres in 1935 to create American Beach. It quickly became a self-sustaining, joyful oceanfront haven for black families and celebrities. Next, direct action. In the 1950s, massive car caravans arrived at white-only shores, like St. Petersburg's Spa Beach. Their strategy was the wade-in. By bathing peacefully, they defied discriminatory rules and sparked desegregation battles that reached the Supreme Court. Then, forcing concessions. In Miami, returning black servicemen staged a bold 1945 wade-in. Panicked county leaders wanted to avoid arrests and court challenges so badly that they hastily opened Virginia Key Beach just to give protesters a designated shore. Finally, conquering the city grid. When a 1904 railroad brought Jim Crow laws to Fort Myers, black residents were pushed entirely east of the tracks. They transformed this segregated zone into Dunbar, a self-sustaining economic powerhouse that eventually spearheaded the lawsuits to desegregate the entire county. Ultimately, whether building economic hubs or wading into forbidden waters, black communities refused to be erased from Florida's landscape.
Florida is surrounded by over 1,000 miles of beautiful ocean, but under Jim Crow, black residents were legally banned from stepping into almost all of it. This systemic blockade of the coast forced Black Floridians to build entirely self-sufficient, isolated inland neighborhoods like Fort Myers Dunbar community. But in the 1950s, civil rights activists launched a new tactical strike. They staged wade-ins at targets like St. Petersburg's Spa Beach and Sarasota's Lido Beach. Protesters completely bypassed the segregated sand and walked directly into the whites-only surf. This forced fully uniformed police officers to wade waist-deep into the ocean to physically drag peaceful swimmers out. And those oceanic arrests were exactly what civil rights lawyers wanted. The charges gave them the undeniable constitutional standing they needed to take cities to federal court and legally strike down Florida's coastal segregation barriers forever. So the next time you step onto a public Florida beach, you are walking on sand that was forcibly desegregated to stay out of the water.